Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
And I think I should go first because I'm good at all the challenges. Well, I think I am, except for the diving, swimming, walking across the beam, untying the little buoy thing.
Whew.
But
It was
I
a
think
long one tonight, guys.
But I think I should go first.
So you're saying you're a puzzle guy?
Yes, exactly. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him. I'm like going, oh, dude.
What, our good friend Rome?
No, it wasn't Rome. It was
Andy.
Oh,
Andy.
Andy is not friends with balance beams, as it turns out.
Well, he couldn't untie
really?
Struggled with the buoy and
wasn't good. He does better on land.
Yes.
As it turns out, Andy is a beast on land and not so much in water.
Who is it? Saul?
Soul, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to go first, and Rome said, "No, you cannot go first. No."
I'm going to be very mad. Yeah.
Did you see? Did you see his jump into the water?
Yeah.
Which Rome's jump? Yeah.
No, Saul. He did like
no.
He did like a. I mean, I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm surprised he got back up from that one.
Anyway.
I guess.
Anyway, we are here to talk about season 47, episode 3, Belly of the Beast, in which, spoiler alert, marks the first time, I think, ever where the first 3 vote-offs were members of the first 3 tribes, like 3 different tribes.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, we're not eating from one plate this season, as it seems.
Which is kind of cool, but also... this sucks. I don't know. I liked all 3 people that went up. 1, 2, 3.
Not great for my winner's pick. My first person I didn't want to go out, and yeah, like could we stop getting the podcasters, please?
Seriously.
I think word's out.
Honestly, and I guess we'll talk about this, but I had a feeling that she was pre-merged because in that Pod Save America wrap up, he like mentions some things and he brings up Asia's name, and the way he said it, which was just me reading into it.
He said, "Poor Asia."
No, he just said they were making fun of him.
Past the 3rd round.
And he goes, yeah. Asia gets her flowers. And I'm like, oh, like this just rolled off his tongue so much, like it's like he had familiarity with her. Right. And I wonder if it's from the pre-jury trip. And I don't know. I would have loved to have been wrong. Obviously, you always, go to the worst case scenario when it's people that you want to stay on going off. But anyway.
But her game never got going. I mean,
didn't.
Like I said, she made a mistake from was going on that first trip. But you never really saw her do anything. I mean,
yes.
I mean, I'm sure it's just the editing, but it was just like
right. And she said in an exit interview with Dalton Ross that she really did think that she could get the others on board with voting out Genevieve, and then Soul putting the vote on what's his face, and then like the 4 of them splitting it. She tried to like convince them like, why don't we just, if she's gonna play it for one or the other, then why don't we just split the vote and flush the idol? I mean, it's got to get played anyway.
Right.
And she really thought that was going to make sense for them to do, which I suppose it does. But I guess don't underestimate the power of your alliance members being scared of advantages being used against them.
Yeah. And it's when you've got somebody who, you have people who love the game, who watch the game, want to play the game for different reasons. But Asia in this tribe is kind of like Gabe and his, or Andy and his. They're the kind of fans that try to break down the numbers. They do the math. Right. And it's really hard to, when you're sitting at home and you're watching the numbers be moved around, it's easy to do that. It's easy to put those those equations together. But when you're in the middle of the equation and the numbers are running around you, she's not going to be able to convince them of something that they can't see, even though she's seen it every season that she's podcasted about. So it sucked because she had some, she had some good thoughts on it. But like you said, if you have an ounce of fear that you're wrong, unlike myself, who has no fear when I pick my winners, I'm not afraid of being wrong. Yeah, you just and to go up against somebody also, not just somebody that might have some advantages, but somebody like Romeo, whose personality is very loud and kind of is louder than the rest of the people in the tribe. You don't want that attention coming to you, so you don't do anything that's going to make them upset.
Is he a lot like Russell Hantz? Because Russell Hantz was loud, and he was like, okay, this is he's pretty.
Maybe like in, being a bit boisterous, maybe.
I think he's more of a chaos agent, and they're afraid of that. I mean,
yes, yeah, I would say that's pretty spot
on. We talked about this before, like never underestimate just how much like chaos can play a role in sinking, like just making people afraid to play.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no Rome whisperer on that tribe.
Yeah.
Well, it strikes me as kind of funny because in the first episode or so, I sort of thought they're different, but they're very similar to the winner of the last season of Australia Survivor, where you kind of go, this person doesn't have long for the game because their ego is way too big and chaotic. There's no way this is going to happen for them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, people are actually kind of listening to that for some reason. And then, oddly enough, he pops into our podcast last week, which actually happened to us when we were doing the Australian Survivor podcast. We had Ferris pop in the middle of a podcast. And so now and then I watched the episode of this week and I'm like, oh my God, is Rome going to win? It's like, there's too many similarities. He might win.
Well, he doesn't hide he doesn't, I mean, he didn't tell everybody he had what he had, but he told enough, and he doesn't hide. Said, if I lose this, once this idol's played, it's gonna be another one. I'll be out at midnight looking for it. I think he was talking to Teeny, right? He's just like, I go. I mean, because remember, Russell Hantz was the first one to find an idol without any clues.
Yeah,
right.
He was the first one to go look for. I'm just saying because Russell Hantz didn't really hide his, which was part of his problem at the end of the game. He was so arrogant that people were not going to give him.
Didn't like it.
They didn't like him, so they did not give him $1 million.
And see, this is another move that Ferris himself did. He had an idol the entire game, and everybody knew about it. It was never a secret. The threat was always looming, and they just kept letting him get by. So I don't know. Maybe he's picking some moves from the Russell Ferris. Yeah,
I'm just saying he's very aggressive player early in the game.
Yep. But he you know what? He makes for entertainment television.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's catching the fish. He's lighting fires. He's eating the fish himself. He's spitting it on.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to talk about that, too. I mean, there was so much going on with this tribe, this episode. Like, it was hard to see how they weren't going to end up back at Tribal.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yeah. The story was all them.
Yes. Okay. Let's break down before we get up to that. What else happened? What happened in the Yellow Tribe? We discovered that Sam has eaten like no foods ever.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was.
I say it's
creepy.
I don't think it's creepy, but like you talk picky eaters, like that is the definition of a picky eater.
But I mean, holy moly, no pineapple, no water. I'm writing these down. No pineapple, no watermelon, no eggplant, no zucchini. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like,
yeah, what were you gonna say, Jack?
I was gonna say my dad was like that until he went into the army, and then he had to eat. he would just.
You're gonna get what you get.
And I got your two kids eat everything.
Yeah.
Alex and Zach are not afraid to eat, but you got Ava and Hayden who will eat nothing, and then the two younger ones eat everything. So I was going to say I'm shocked by that. I don't know why I'm shocked by it because I'm around it all the time.
Like let's just check on the statistics.
But a watermelon.
You have picky eaters and you have not so picky eaters, but like they've all at least tried watermelon or pineapple, right?
It's hard to get kids that are picky to try something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one. She literally won't eat anything that has cheese on it, has a smell, is shaped like a snail, is made with noodles. Like there's a list. It's ridiculous.
That's really funny. Oh my
It's
god!
like today I had Ava and I kept these round pizzas from Costco. They're really good. She goes, "What kind of pizza?" Because she only usually likes she only eats pizza if it's delivered. Pizza.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there you go.
She only eats delivered pizza. She won't eat pizza that's frozen or something.
Yeah, that frozen
So
stuff.
she looked at. She goes, "I go, you want to try it?" She goes, "Well, can you get the orange cheese off?" I go, "No, I can't get the orange cheese off. It's part of it. It's just cheese. They're all cheese. One's white and one's orange. It doesn't. It's the same cheese. I know it's not, but it's the same cheese." She goes, "I don't like orange cheese." I go, she goes, "Does it have? If it has a lot of sauce on it, she won't eat it either, because usually they get her a pizza with just cheese on it." So it's just crust and cheese. It's like, oh my god, you're just.
So what you're saying is she'd really hate Survivor pizza.
She would hate Survivor pizza,
like a lot.
Well, it's delivered though, right?
Well, I mean, technically,
I guess. It is delivered.
She wouldn't be going crazy for Applebee's. Let's say that she was.
Oh my god!
Now McDonald's, her chicken nuggets, she would just be, and she lives off French fries.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's the perfect food.
I guess. It's the Irish in her.
It's the perfect food.
She does like. That's right. She does like McDonald's, huh?
Yes. Oh my god.
Anyway. Yeah.
But it was weird because he's a big guy. He's a sports guy, and when he was going through this whole thing, he doesn't eat. I'm like going.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was weird. But I mean, whatever. Okay. So you missed out on like some delicious fruit. Too bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm voting you out.
So what else happens over in Gata? They had bad night sleeps. Rachel and Annika are tired. Sam is tired of Annika. Andy notices them bickering.
Who didn't like Sam saying it's bamboo? It's not going to be comfortable. He was getting irritated.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say that there were a couple really, really great story edit, like just for individual players in this episode. And one of them was for Andy. It was great to see Andy not having a breakdown. And Andy talking about seeing the problem between Annika and Sam and just watching it, and how getting information is really important, but there's other ways to get information other than just talking to somebody, and how far observation will be able to bring him.
I wonder if he said he didn't have a lot of friends. So I wonder if he sitting back and just watching people, how they act.
Yeah.
Was how he grew up, because no one else seemed to notice there was friction between, Sam and Annika. So it's like, that has that great shot where he's just like this going.
Yeah. Like watching the world burn.
Yeah. I said, maybe Andy can go all the way.
Yeah. And then he gave up his shot in the dark to Sierra. I didn't know that was a thing they could barter. Like, I didn't know they could give that.
I thought it was offered last year. I thought someone did that.
Did they?
Or at least offered the shot in the dark.
Oh, hey. Speaking of last year, we got a reference to Q. It's like, so
oh my God.
Keyshawn said that, right? Does anybody want to go home?
I loved the idol montage that we just got, like the reminder of one after another last year going home with that idol.
Yes.
I didn't realize that they had seen the last episode. I thought they just were filming.
I guess the timing is that they left like they would have left one episode after the episode where what's her name like flipped out at Q.
Okay.
That's when Liz. That's when about the time they left was right after that, because they all did get to witness the Applebee's scene.
Because they had been filming for about a week and a half when the finale happened.
Okay. Because when they start, I go, wait, are they talking about the last season? And then when they show the people, I go, jeez, was it Hunter? Who was the blonde hair guy?
Hunter.
I go, dude, you should have played your idol.
I know. They got him so good. Okay, what else with Gotta? Anything else other than it's something to watch for sure? What's going on
I
with
think
the two of them?
Probably the most important thing that we got with them is that the moves that Andy is kind of trying to make there with Sierra. And she trusts him. She said that bought more trust.
Did we all go ahead?
Oh, go ahead.
Did we all agree with Sam on the clothes hanger, the clothesline?
Hack it, not saw it.
Well, no, you saw it, but I'm saying, was it that big a deal? I mean, having a clothesline. I mean, couldn't you just put it between two trees and it would be fine?
It was interesting to watch mansplaining happen from Annika when she was saying scientifically.
Yeah.
And
he's like, I have the machete.
Oh my gosh.
I think you need to cut it like this, okay? Yeah.
It was a weird moment.
Sam, how do you cut hot butter? Are you okay?
Well, what we've been doing is sawing the butter.
Yeah, it was like he showed his anger there. He showed he was upset. I mean, probably only Andy saw it, but you think the other people say, okay, this guy has an angry streak.
Either that or depending on the personality types, they might be going, oh my God, Annika's driving me crazy. So they might not even be noticing Sam. And,
yeah, it's true.
What rubs them the wrong way more? Yeah. So that's where we got with them, because then they, when we had our challenge, I was really thinking that they were going to be so toast. But
did anyone in their tribe go fishing? Did we see it? Because he goes, no, we have the fishing gear here, but no, we're worried about fixing the bamboo that's not going to get any more comfortable.
Nobody ate a pineapple nor a fish. There was no food to be had.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hammocks. They got hammocks, which is going to make their shelter building easier.
That's right, because they won. So yeah.
Go for it.
But how are they going to tie them up?
That's a good point. All right. How do we feel about the Blue Tribe? Got a little bit from them. Kyle's trying to work his way back in. It seems like Sue is one to hold a grudge.
Oh my God.
I know. I was like, ooh, that feels like that could come back and haunt you. Like your unwillingness to work with somebody here. It's
early in the game. Someone voted you, first round. You didn't go home. You gotta. I mean, you can be in the back of your mind. Okay, I gotta worry about him. But if they want to try and work with you, what happens in a merge if you guys are all together and you burn your bridges?
Sue was pretty impressed with him at the end of that challenge, because she was like, "Thank you so much for giving us that lead."
Yeah. And he was good. He motored through it.
I mean, maybe that was a great opportunity for him, because, maybe she can balance that out a bit. Like, oh, maybe we do need him here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who knows, like, what is being asked of her by producers versus what she's just like, actually bringing to the game. So we'll find out. I have a feeling we'll find out.
But they're already on to who's the girl? Who's the girl?
Caroline.
Caroline. She's really tight with. They're already onto it. That they're voting as one. I mean, this early in the game, they're already no. So you can't.
It was because Gabe knew.
Yeah.
Yep. He spotted the pair. Yep. Yeah, that's another great edit right there in storytelling it and explaining the game as they're seeing it is from Gabe. Which is, I don't know, that's something we really haven't had. For a few seasons, we've maybe had like one player that has the Jesse Lopez ability to break down the game as a system and how they're seeing the pieces move, rather than just an emotional response to something. And so we got a little bit of that from Gabe too. So it'll be interesting to see if both of these guys make it as far as merge, if they work with each other or if they become like a nemesis to each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. I will say this though, about the Red Tribe is if Rome, I'm sorry if you're watching Rome, but if you make it to the merge, I have a feeling that you are going to be a very early merge boot.
Yeah, I think
everybody's running around trying to figure out like who to target, especially if it's so even. I could see people being like,
but Tony
Rome.
But I've another guy you compare him to was Tony was very.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it depends on who you're with. If people, like you said in the beginning, you guys said, well, they were afraid because he had power and he had, he was, they're afraid to target him. And you always, every season you see that, and a lot of times they smarten up and go, okay, we got to vote this person out. They're dangerous.
Right. Yep.
And sometimes they don't. You had the whole when Boston Rob won, they just it's Boston Rob.
And sometimes you get the magical idol finding fairy that Tony was around, and every single time you needed one, there was one there for you.
Right. How convenient.
Ben.
Middle of the night, like it's just, how that's weird. What's this laying in my hand? Yes.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Wait, what?
Like, what? Maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah. Okay.
Here you go, Rome.
But again, he's an interesting person. He's good TV. So
he is,
because he's irritating the people in his tribe, but he's entertaining for us.
Yeah. I do have to point this out because I sent it via text. And then if you don't follow me on Twitter, then you didn't get to see me pull Teeny Chill into this conversation. But I noticed something today when I was watching this morning. And the t-shirt that Teeny is wearing is the exact same t-shirt that my husband is wearing at that very moment. So with
that's wild.
With the boxing gorilla and kangaroo, it's super random. What a random shirt to have.
Does he also have a hobo shirt?
No hobo pants or shirt.
It's not a hobo shirt. My goodness.
No patchwork pant. But yeah,
a little stick with a bag in the back.
Little bowler hat.
But how many of those shirts are?
My head hurts too much for this.
Stupid question. How many of those shirts are out there though for that to happen?
There's got to be some, because part of the reason why I think that shirt was able to slide by is because it's not at least two. It's not a branded shirt. It's from like a company that has artists put in their designs. And then they use them like royalty free almost. So, yeah, yeah.
Where is she from? Is she in the same area you guys live?
No, it's an online store that's been in existence for almost 20 years, which is when my husband got his t-shirt.
That's true. She's probably traveling on train, boxcars.
She's traveling.
Okay, let's get back. Did I know
grabbing t-shirts from every town?
And I have a migraine, and that's why if you're watching this live, that's why I look like this. I feel like I might throw up at any point if I move my head. Okay, let's move back to
Sowie.
It's okay. Okay, did we finish the Blue Tribe?
For the most part, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't really get a whole lot for them. Okay, so back to the Red Tribe. We've got this faction of 4, Teeny, who has the best wardrobe on the show in the history of the show.
Clearly.
Asia, who has the best teeth on the show. They were so white.
They are.
They were nice teeth.
Soul, who is a man of few words, but knows what he wants.
I like how he's going his confessional with Rome. He goes, he's talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Yes. I like Soul so much better in gameplay than I did in any of his previous videos. I really do.
He's got to somehow get on the good side of Rome, but I don't see that happening. Or he needs a merge, or a tribe swap. He needs something, because I don't think he's going to survive.
I think Rome's got targets on him now, right?
Unless they win challenges, which they're a pretty strong tribe. They should.
Yeah, should do okay-ish.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Talk amongst yourselves real quick about the red. I got a crying, screaming Alex at my hotel room door. So I don't know if you can hear this. I will.
I can't.
Talk about the red tribe. I think it was a bad idea to vote Asia out, but whatever. Okay, go ahead.
She needs to go offer him a T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly, or a hobo shirt.
Make it better. It'll make it better.
Actually, you dress him up like one, and then you say, "Okay, these are your choices. You can calm down, or you can be on the road."
We're gonna throw you on the rail.
I thought maybe Asia. I don't know why she was targeted. They didn't really show why.
You know what? I think she was targeted because listen to him. He is mad.
Mute your mic. Wait, I can do it. I can do it.
I am muted. That's the thing. Sorry.
Okay.
Nope. That's okay.
There we go.
Come on, Alex. Come on, buddy. Anyway.
I don't understand the whole thing with Asia either, because unless she was getting onto Rome for spitting on her when he was eating the fish.
Yeah. Oh, because he didn't give her any fish, right? Yeah, because she didn't do anything. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem when you got a guy with that kind of personality. You kind of have to kiss his butt, right?
As a rule.
Stroke his ego.
Yep. As a rule. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe he thought with Asia, maybe he couldn't just outmaneuver, whatever, but you have people that came to work with her, and they kind of told her what was going on without saying that her name was up on the chopping block,
right?
But she was really resistant to it. So, I mean, maybe that's the thing we weren't seeing a lot of, was something like that. I mean, they literally laid it out to save her, and she was like, no, we can't get rid of the one person I like. So
yeah, because Genevieve, I was going, yeah, that makes, I don't think we've seen anything from her except her sitting on the bench trying to find the idol. I mean, she just didn't really, but again, it's just weird that it's out of nowhere. I was going, oh, he must have considered, like you said, considered her a threat.
Yeah, there's got to be something there that scared him, because,
that scared Rome about Asia.
Yeah.
Well, she's smart and she's,
great teeth.
knows how to play the game.
Well, again, it's one of those. Does Rome know who Asia is?
Maybe.
Because that right there would be enough to.
Because only we know Teeny knows, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but we don't know what conversations have been had off camera too.
Yeah. So we know Teeny knows, but we don't know if Teeny told Keyshawn or Keyshawn told Rome, or.
It feels like if he and Guinevere are as close as they say that they are, it feels so just crazy to not try to separate them as a pair. Especially if you're scared of all his advantages. He's got to play the idol.
Yep.
Even if he's steals a vote or whatever. I don't know. It's still going to be 3-3.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think they're going to walk right into.
Yeah,
I think they'll walk into merge with Rome, and then he's going to be everyone else's problem.
Yeah, I think he's going to be everyone's target.
I don't think he cares.
No, because
No, it doesn't, and that's also never underestimate the power of the player who doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, right. I mean, and because he's got the bucket list, right? So, I mean, speaking of the bucket list, one of those is going on going on the boat, going to go do the, whatever challenge awaits them as individuals. So he chose to go and do that, where most people don't want to be picked for that. He was like, I'm going.
Yeah, I was shocked he wanted to go.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that who was the other person that went that picked to go? There was another person. Was it Kyle that picked to go? Like said, yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't remember which one. Two of them wanted to do it.
Annika, I think Annika wanted to do it. Kyle drew the rock, shirt straw, or whatever.
All right.
And then Soul and Rome rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think when Annika came back, I do like that that Sam was like, yeah, I don't believe her. I don't believe her. She doesn't have a very good liar face. I mean, just as watching it, I don't think she's going to be a very good job at lying about things, but
she's not good at poker.
No.
Yes.
I do really. Go ahead.
My mic off before is because this mic wasn't connected, and I thought that it was. So
well, there we go.
That's
Mystery solved.
Terrible audio for the last 20 minutes. So apologies for that, guys.
I didn't even notice.
Very bad headache. I don't know if I mentioned this or not.
No clue.
Okay.
Did you guys like that change that they kind of did with this challenge where it's kind of like double or nothing? I kind of dug that.
Yeah.
No, I think they should have given them the option to walk away.
Instead of having to, yeah. You're right. I think that probably would have been a more fair setup.
But if it seemed like everyone wanted to go. So if you want to go, that's the risk. That's the risk you take, right? I mean, it's like when you grab it. I don't
think Kyle wanted to go, but yeah, I understood. Like if you wanted to go, you take that risk.
If you want to go, I mean, if it's like, okay, who are we going to take? Let's draw. If you're going there involuntarily, it's not fair. But if you choose to go, knowing there could be a risk, that's on you. That's why I said I wouldn't go. I mean, it's not worth the, because I would get and I would like to see, okay, are there three, are the three clues, are they really in there?
Yeah, I want to know that they're there. Yeah.
It's a whole, playing your shot in the dark. How do I know?
How do I know that this is set up fair?
Right.
I do like that when all three players returned. So Annika and Kyle both lost their vote, and then Rome gets a steal a vote,
which is huge.
That's a major advantage. I do like that when they all three went back, though. You had Kyle, who was honest, and said, "Hey, I have nothing. I lost my vote," and then you have Annika, who loses her vote. But because she just doesn't her facial expressions are so weird, no one's going to believe her when she tells the truth, and no one's going to believe her when she lies. I don't think Annika is going to be able to say anything to anyone that passes as being true.
Right.
And then you've got Rome, who with his steal vote, I love that the lie was not, I don't have anything. I love that the lie was, I lost my vote. I think that was really smart because Soul's onto it, but he kind of suspects, but that's a great move to play. I'm weak now.
The only problem with Rome is he talks too much.
Yeah, it's almost like he brags about not having.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a vote. 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 I mean, you sold it.
Yeah.
Right, walk away. And if someone asks you, go, remember, I don't have a vote.
We believe
that you can say that if someone asks you, how are you voting? I don't have a vote.
But it shows though too, how much he really does trust Teeny, because he says this publicly, but then see again, it's really weird because he wants to keep that from from Soul, and I guess Asia as well. But then he does be honest with Teeny, and then on the flip side with Annika lies. But she lies because she doesn't want Andy to know the truth. Just one person. Like, what is this dude gonna do right now? Like,
but telling Teeny seemed to work because she kind of crumbled.
yeah.
Because Asia, you could see she was disappointed when she left. She was disappointed.
Oh yeah, she looked upset. She said in an exit interview she was really upset.
Yeah, she looked like she was floored. I mean, it was like, and she goes.
But was it Keyshawn? Was it he that voted her, like put her name down? Because Teeny didn't, correct? Like Teeny.
No, they did. They all did.
Oh, did they?
Saul put Rome down.
Saul put Rome down.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Saul put what's her face down, right?
I thought he did. No, he did Rome.
Oh, he did Rome. She did Genevieve, and then the rest put Teeny's name down. I'm pretty sure.
Not Teeny.
Because she went out 4-1-1.
Asia's
name down. Sorry.
There's 3 for Asia, 1 for Rome, 1 for Genevieve.
Yes, it was 4-1-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's
and she said she did not play her shot in the dark because she was not sure if it was a steal a vote or an extra vote, and she did not want to risk not having a vote herself because she did think that they were going to go with the Genevieve plan.
Yeah, she thought she definitely thought Teeny was on her side.
So what happens if somebody has the steal the vote and that person uses the shot in the dark? And I guess it's all the timing of when they can play it, because if someone loses on shot in the dark, they lose their vote. Or I guess if you win it, you still lose your vote, correct? So
right,
you can't steal their vote. So I guess I'm guessing that the steal a vote you can play after all of that's done. Like you can play it at the end of voting.
I don't remember. I know that
there's so many new rules. I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what is it, because some of the advantages are you can only play at certain times. So
and why are people so afraid of the shot in the dark?
I know it's only worked once or twice ever, and only mattered once.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. There's a chance, but it's such a low chance. It's not going to be in my. I guess you have to consider all angles, but I would be like, okay, let's don't worry about that. Let's worry about, because again, it's a risk because people don't want to do it, because how often has people been successful? It's a 1 in 6 chance, right?
There's some manipulation. I mean, it's still a gamble, but there's still manipulation that can be used to your advantage in that. If the other side has the numbers, but has the numbers by one person, and you could convince that person or one of those persons to use their shot in the dark, they lose their vote. So therefore they lose the advantage in numbers, and you have a 1 in 6 chance that ends up not working out for you.
Exactly.
So you could manipulate people into thinking they need to use it.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Anything else before we head into feedback?
Yes, one thing. I thought it was hilarious when Rome said that he couldn't stand TK's ego.
Oh my God, yes.
It was great. Good moment.
I want my ego to be the best.
I loved it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Let's take a quick break. When we come back in a second, we will do feedback and tally the votes. All right, we're back. We've got 2 emails for feedback. The first bit of feedback is from Mandy, and Mandy says, I felt seen when they are giving Sam a hard time about not eating certain foods. I don't think I've had eggplant or zucchini. Really? Jeff has lost his damn mind last week. Gameplay gets called out for filling your pockets with rice. Today, 1 foot hitting the water when the rest of you makes it on the platform doesn't count. Come on now.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
And then people hit the water all the time, don't they?
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. If you had 1 foot on the platform, it should be okay that the other foot wasn't, and it was in the water. You were on the platform.
Yeah, I agree.
He said, then Manny continues, how dare they vote out our winner's pick?
Yes.
The pre-jury trip seems like a trip I'd want to be on. And then Shandy says, well, this season officially sucks.
All of our favorites, just left and right.
Left and right. If you have any feedback, you can give us an email at survivorjjc@gmail.com. All right, now it is time to head into the tally the votes portion of the show. And again, I'm sorry, I'm pushing through because I truly feel like I might throw up at any point. I do not feel well.
Throw up on Alex.
No. I just have a very bad headache. All right. Who went home this week?
Dear Asia.
Asia. All right. Well, unfortunately,
your winner's pick, right?
You get a new winner's pick. Are you the first one to get a new winner's pick?
Yeah.
I had her merge.
Yep. We had 2 final 3s and a merge.
No points.
So moving into the tally the votes, I had Rachel, Jack had Keyshawn, and Jamie had Annika. And none of them went home. So nobody gets any points at all for tally the votes this week.
Isn't that like what last week was too? Guys, we're on fire.
I know.
Our ESP is on fire.
Fire. Fire represents life.
Well, fire represents life. All right. Well, Jamie has lost Asia, so she gets another winner's pick. That will be worth 10 points. Which really, I think we have determined that it is always better to lose your winner's pick in the beginning.
Wait, don't you have Asia too, Colleen?
Oh, shoot. I did too.
I think you did too.
Oh, I did. It's that whole left brain, right brain, warm child on my lap thing. Head might explode as we're sitting here thing.
And then so we pick our other winner's pick off the remaining final 2, correct?
No, anybody you want.
Oh, golly, that makes it harder. Jeez, I thought I had this figured out.
Then you can make it. You can use from your remaining final 2. There's no law that says you can or can't.
I was just gambling.
Take Rotario.
I'm gonna, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just still go with my final 2 person, which is Tiana. Keeping it with the ladies.
All right. Okay, and then as far as I go, I have no idea. I truly don't. I need to think this through, but when I say that, like I am so sorry, guys.
Your brain is broken. It's okay.
Who do I think is going home who do I think is going to be my new winner's pick? Wouldn't it be funny if I said Rome?
Go for it. Why not? It worked with Ferris.
Rome.
I'm just saying.
Let's see.
It can happen.
Oh yeah.
We know he's not in the chat because the chat's pretty quiet.
Chat's pretty quiet.
It's a sleepy day.
You know what? I'm gonna go for Teeny.
All right.
I can see Teeny.
I wouldn't be mad about it. So I approve.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Who do we think is going home next week?
I'm sticking with Annika. Even though apparently Sue might be bleeding all over the jungle floor. Whatever that was.
Why are we laughing? That's not funny.
I know.
Whatever that's about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Saul. Go ahead, Jack.
That's a good pick. I'm going to stick with who did I pick last week? Keyshawn?
Keyshawn, yeah.
I'm going to stick with him.
All right. There we have it, everybody.
Even though that's why
for anybody next week.
Even that's why you apply for Survivor.
Oh my God. Yeah, he got his moment, didn't he? He got his moment. He got to say it.
And he looked right into the camera.
Oh my gosh, he was so excited about it. Yeah. He also almost told Asia that she needed to use her shot in the dark.
Oh, how so?
Because when he was talking to you have these different advantages that you work with, and then he looked at Asia and he's like you have the shot in the dark, and then continued to mention other ones.
Because you're going home.
Yep.
Anyway, we should wrap this up.
Okay. There we have it. Thanks everybody for playing. I'm sorry. The backstory is I have been sick since Monday night, and yeah, so I had the worst train ride of my life. 10.5 hours it took to get to New York on Tuesday.
My God,
it was terrible. And then yesterday I was pretty much knocked out too, and I felt better today, but I do not feel better anymore.
Time to take the medicine and to go to bed, dear.
Yes, nobody cares. Okay. If you have any feedback for us, SurvivorJJC@gmail.com, or we don't have a phone number, so don't do that. Check out the other shows on the network.
No one's answering.
We have the broadcast. Just come find us. We're fun.
The Ramblecasters.
The Ramblecasters After Darkers. And then we've got Tally the Votes.
With all your Big Brothering. Last final week of Big Brother.
Oh wow, already?
Yeah, next week we're in the home stretch, folks.
All right, well, check them out before it's over. I believe Jack is about to go record a podcast about the San Diego Chargers. Nope, the San Diego Padres. And Jamie's about to go record that Tally the Votes podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch a 2-hour episode of Big Brother.
I know that was just an accident, Colleen, because if you were feeling well, I might have gotten a train and gone out there and been violent.
I truly need to shut this light off.
San Diego Chargers.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I just
you would
can't.
recognize him. He'd be the one with the San Diego jersey and the hobo hat.
Yeah, it have all kinds of. I get all kinds of patches on it.
I need to go find the ice machine.
Change my name to Boxcar Willie.
Oh well, good luck, Colleen. I hope you get to feeling better.
It's gonna be fine. I still have work to do too, which is what is even
that sounds dumb
about this.
And I am petitioning against that on your behalf.
Well, you know what? Sometimes that is what it is. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contributed at a certain level, and that we Eckhart, Ignore, Megan the Magnificent, Joanna the Plan, Ed the Creepy, Poopy Head, Mailman. Thank you guys so much. If you want to be a patron, patreon.com/Jay and Jack. We'll be back next week. I think it might have to be Thursday again next week, though. I have a meeting. I'm on the board of directors for something, and I have a meeting next Wednesday at 8. I may try to watch Survivor at the same time. So
my schedule depends on.
It's on Zoom, so
my schedule depends on playoffs.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so next week is the Padres playoff stuff. We hope. So
no, we don't. We hope the Padres win on Tuesday, and then it doesn't matter.
Hey,
there we go.
Put that energy out there, everybody.
Put that energy out there.
Sweet.
All right, we'll see you next week at some point. Until then, though, thank you for listening. Thank you for getting through this. I swear to God, the clock has stayed the exact same for the last 3 minutes. I got to go take my contacts out.
So you're on one of those chewies I was on. Okay.
I wish. All right. Okay, guys, for real though. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
Jack.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.